Go.
I was a junior Oriole, and my brothers and I had our birthdays at Memorial Park, Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. We were all in Little League, my brothers and I. My father coached Little League, and he coached Brooks Robinson Jr. So Brooks Robinson Jr.'s dad, Brooks Robinson, would come to the field to sign autographs. And I was a pretty good fielder. I was a catcher, and I was in the outfield, and I had a pretty good arm, and I patterned my follow through on Brooks Robinson. I was a pretty good hitter. I knew the joy of stepping up to the plate and the players in the outfield moving back a couple of steps. I was a substitute once as a pitcher in Little League, and I didn't like it because I didn't like the responsibility of it, and it scared me. So I really respected Jim Palmer because he had such cool on the mound and in front of, tens of thousands of people. When Oriole Park at Camden Yards was built, I was working as a conference planner in investment banking, and I hired 3 Orioles to come to a reception pregame and mingle with our clients. Boog Powell was actually early, and he was early so he could ask me permission to go visit his barbecue stand for 15 minutes during the reception, which I just found charming and adorable. So I said, absolutely, Mr. Powell, whatever you want. He is very tall. Brooks Robinson showed up right on time, but so unceremoniously that one of the wait staff had to tell me that he was in the room. So I went over, I introduced myself, and I told him the story of my father coaching his son. And my father says the story goes that he asked Brooks Robinson Jr. what position he wanted to play, and Brooks Jr. said anything but third. And Brooks Sr. loved this. He laughed, and it just filled my heart with such joy. I felt like I belonged to this town. I felt like I was a grown-up in Baltimore, that I could hire my heroes to drink cocktails and banter. And I was just completely overwhelmed and kind of stage struck by them. Jim Palmer was late. So I got on the elevator and went down to the lobby to find out where he was. And the elevator doors opened, and there he was. Red-faced, furious, arms flailing. The parking attendant had asked him to pay for his parking, and he had had an argument with the attendant, and he was very angry. And I reminded him that Aramark Corporation, who was our conference services contacts for Oriole Park at the time, were supposed to pay for his parking, but he was not appeased by that, and continued yelling at me until the elevator doors opened again on a different floor, and there was a crowd of people. And they were all fans, of course, of Mr. Palmer's, and a lot of them women. And they cooed and oohed and gushed over him. And I saw this transformation happen to him that I've seen happen with actors. That he just morphed into this charming jockey, international sportscaster, celebrity. And I felt like I had to leave the elevator. So I did. I left the elevator, and I waved, so long, Mr. Palmer, I'll see you upstairs in the party. But he didn't talk to me upstairs in the party. In hindsight, I'm glad that I did not serve pancakes that night because Mr. Palmer used to eat a stack before each game.